Welcome back, everybody, to the Goated Mafia Report. We had to take a little bit of a hiatus. I'm still not over what happened in January. It was I'm still not over it. Still drinking my sorrows away. Vince somewhere over there trying to figure out what he gonna do. Um, I'm waiting for him to show up so we can start. Vince, you're muted. You're muted.
You was waiting on me. I was
I was
I
waiting
was
on you.
I was waiting for a cue. But hey, I'm
Oh,
here.
I'm sorry. You want me to
Back
redo that?
over.
You want me to
No,
redo
no,
it?
it's cool. It don't matter. It's the first show of the year. We doing things big out here. You know.
I mean, it was a typical run of the mill Bills off season. They went in, they signed like some key veterans, nice little depth pieces. Nothing major, right? Like we didn't miss anything, right?
Yeah, nothing too crazy. Couple 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 interesting signings. You
I
know.
mean, OJ Howard. I thought I now had to eat my words on that one. I thought he was going to be like a nice little key piece. He didn't even make the roster.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but that's number 40. I remember somebody asking if 40 was available. Oh yeah, it's the two-time Super Bowl winner, one-time Super Bowl MVP, future Hall of Famer Von Miller, who announced on Instagram, "Bills Mafia, what's up, baby? I'm coming to Buffalo. I can't wait to join. Is 40 open?" Well, Von, you found out very quickly that 40 was open, and even if it wasn't, it was going to be for you. Um, Brandon Bean, Big Baller Bean came out and said, "You know what? I took offense to us not getting to Patrick Mahomes with 13 seconds left. I took offense to us not getting to the quarterback enough. Everyone was talking about Chandler Jones. He's from Rochester. It makes so much sense. He went to Syracuse." Little did we know that Brandon Bean was in the background. Hey, Vaughn, how about this? 6 years, 125 million? Sound good? Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Wait, what are your thoughts about the Von Miller signing?
The Von Miller signing was a very exciting one. This we haven't really made a splash signing like this uh in a while, especially on the defensive side of the ball. I think the last person we did that we gave some that was like big was like Mario Williams.
Well,
So
big money that paid off because
yeah,
Star Lutule got like a bag.
yeah. We don't really discuss that.
Eh,
So
he
that
got a
that
bag.
yeah.
I do remember. I don't know if it was you or if it was me who said it though. Like a month before free agency started, saying like this: Chandler Jones makes sense, but so does Von Miller because Brandon Bean tried to trade for him both times. Like he tried to trade for him before he got traded to Los Angeles, and the year before when he tore his Achilles, he tried to trade for Von Miller twice. So it wasn't a surprise that Von Miller came to Buffalo. Brandon Bean was enamored with Von. It was just a matter of the fact that a big time free agent actually chose to come to Buffalo. There was a long time where Buffalo was not a destination. Nobody wanted to come here. That's kind of changed. We've kind of shifted into a whole new realm, and I love it. Love it.
Most definitely. When you got a guy like Josh Allen who's proved himself is and still proving himself over the last 3 4 years. Uh, he's made this an exciting place to be, and a lot of people want to come play with him. So it's very great to see guys want to come to Buffalo.
I mean, when you have that franchise quarterback, it makes a difference. It really makes a difference. And I mean, you see it with as much as drama as he is, Deshaun Watson. It was reported that a lot of free agents were waiting to see where he ended up to like to sign to a new team. Jadeveon Clowney was one of those players who said, "I'm not going anywhere until Deshaun Watson goes somewhere," because it was going to be reported that Clowney was joining Watson no matter where he went. Um, So a franchise quarterback makes a lot of difference. It just helps that our quarterback, donates to charity and is a goofball and doesn't have 24 allegations against him. That's neither here or there. Yeah, I mean, you look at the Bills, they are the team everyone is saying they're the Super Bowl favorites. Now, I can say personally, growing up and watching the likes of Jeff Toole and Thaddeus Lewis and Tavares Jackson, Trent Edwards, J.P. Lossman, you can go on forever. There was never the words of Super Bowl favorites mentioned. It's surreal to me. What do you think, Vince?
I mean, at some point, I believe we would probably be in this space. I just didn't know when. Things always look bleak. It was very bleak in years ago. But now, over the last, 4 or 5 years since McDermott has become the coach and this team has like built themselves into a monster, to where they're getting those type of accolades. It feels great. It does. But the biggest thing is can they deliver on those expectations?
It's gonna be tough. I mean, who do they start off with? Oh, the first 2 weeks are the Super Bowl champions and then the reigning 1 seed in the AFC. That's not tough at all. No. Oh. Yeah, no. Not tough at all. No. But this team, I mean, as much as you want to say, some might say they're overhyped, but that they are the most complete team on the in the NFL. So much to the point to where Josh Allen finally had a first round draft pick on the offense, and he did not make the team. That's insane to me. Josh Allen remains the only first round talent on the Buffalo Bills offense. Like that surprised anyone here? Like OJ Howard was going to be the second first round pick that Josh Allen was going to be able to play with, the first being Kelvin Benjamin. So maybe it's a good thing we didn't keep OJ Howard. So Vince, obviously we can talk about Von Miller and we can talk about how big of an acquisition he is. I want you to try to think outside the box. Who was the biggest bring in, new addition for the Buffalo Bills that's not Von Miller?
It's not Von.
That's not, because Von's the easy choice.
I mean, they were very quiet. I mean, for the most part. So I mean, other than the Von, I mean, probably you could say Jamison Crowder. I mean,
could you?
Yeah, I add to the wide receiver room a little bit.
Could you? I mean, like Buffalo's talking about adding Odell Beckham. He lost to Isaiah McKenzie. Can you really say Jamison Crowder that guy? I'm surprised you didn't.
Who's in the see? We'll see how the offense checks out. I don't know yet, but hey.
I'm surprised you didn't say Kaiir Elam, considering the fact you named your Twitter page after him for like a month. Elam Penitentiary. That's a new addition.
I mean, that was obviously I would have chosen Kaiir. But I thought we were saying it as in free agent, not all around. No. If it's all around, then yes, it was definitely Kaiir Elam. It's just Kaiir Elam easy. So him and Christian Benford. How about that?
Benford. I mean, I feel like Justice would like that answer of Christian Benford. But I'm gonna say the best addition that the Bills made that wasn't Von Miller, probably gonna be Tim Settle. Say that right now. Tim Settle, I mean, you didn't see much of him in the preseason, but this man bullied Quentin Nelson. who I have as the best lineman in football.
Mm-hmm.
He pushed him back a couple of yards. Now you put him next to Ed Oliver and Rousseau on the other side, and then Von Miller on the other side of rushing. That's scary for any offensive line. I don't care who you got. That's kind of scary.
Yeah.
All right, Vince. I think we know what time it is. I think we got to get into the deep dive. The season starts in 2 days from this broadcast. 2 days actually. 8:28, 8:29. We will have kickoff very close to it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The Buffalo Bills are opening the NFL season.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Not me.
I don't even remember the last time we've been in this spot, which I think for me, because I mean I am kind of young, so I would say back in the Super Bowl days, but
I was gonna say like
of recent time, no, the last 20 years, no, we've not been in this position. So this is fun.
It's fun. It's also a little nerve wracking and scary because it shows that this is real. It's a sign of respect saying Buffalo's a true contender. We want to give the Rams the best game for the opening game, and Buffalo's that. It's a little scary. Yeah, I mean, if you would have asked me a long time ago if Buffalo would have been on the opening night of this NFL season, I would have said, why would they put Buffalo there? They're not a sell. It's like, oh, they're just going to want Buffalo to get their ass beat. It's just, that's how it was. Buffalo, it's been a long time coming, Bills fans, but we earned this. Anybody saying like Buffalo, like y'all are overhyping your team, y'all are overrated. We had to suffer. We had a 17-year playoff drought, which was the longest active drought in all 4 sports. That includes hockey and baseball. No one cares about those 2. I'm a Knicks fan, and we still made the playoffs more recent than the Bills in that time. Like, what? And now we're talked about as Super Bowl favorites. It's just insane to me to like even think about. I'm gonna make this statement. This not gonna be the first time. Or this is gonna be the first, but it won't be the last time Buffalo opens up the season. There's a strong feeling that we open up the season next year. But in Buffalo. And I will bet you any dollar amount. I will tell my work right now. Hey, by the way, next year I'm calling out. Oh, what day? Thursday. And I'm just gonna take off every Thursday in September just in case. Because it's that real. It's that real. So Vince, what is your true and honest reaction to seeing the Bills for the first time in our lifetimes? Because I know you're 22, I'm 24, we're only 2-year difference, but in our lifetimes, this is the first time we're seeing the Bills on opening night.
Like I said, I'm very excited. This is, very. It's an honor to be in this position. Because not a lot of teams get this opportunity, but the fact that we are, of course, in the NFL, one of the top 2 teams to start the season. I like it. So, and it's in like I said, it's in a prime time slot, 8:00. You really, you know what I'm saying? You go out there and you showing the world what they're going to be in store for this year. So. It's good for a lot of these guys to be able to be in this space and to be able to have this moment. So I'm excited, and I can't wait for Thursday.
Thursday can't come soon enough. I mean, I always can't wait for the kickoff of the NFL season, but Buffalo being in it just makes it just so much more like I need it now. Like I don't care about Wednesday. You can F off. We need Thursday. Hello. I got some plans Wednesday, but normally I would say F off Wednesday because Dynamite on that, and we don't fuck with that right now. We're not messing with that TK. We're not messing with that TK shit right now. Anyway, I'm digressing. You know what you did, Tony Khan. Vince, let's get into a deep dive into our Thursday night football season opener. Bills and Rams. Kyle Brandt made a very interesting statement. The two best players in the NFL are squaring off with Josh Allen and Aaron Donald. What do you think about that?
I think it's a very accurate statement. I mean, Josh has proved over the last 2 seasons that he's not one to play with. So he's a man on a mission, and he's gonna go out there and definitely gonna try to show the world who he is and who we already know who he is. So, and as far as Aaron Donald goes, Aaron Donald arguably, literally, probably the best defensive player in the game today. So you gotta respect that. And he's a game breaker. So there has to be a game plan for him. I mean, you can't really game plan for Aaron Donald, but find ways to be able to slow him down. It's gonna be tough, but he's a game breaker. So you always gotta account for him, regardless.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I mean, like you said, like Aaron Donald might go down. We're not even talking about Aaron Donald being the best defensive player in the league anymore. We're talking about him possibly being the best defensive player ever. He's just that good. He was just missing that Super Bowl ring, and he finally got that, and hopefully Buffalo can finally get their Super Bowl ring. It should be very interesting to see Josh Allen versus Aaron Donald part 2. Because Rams fans want to say that we got a phantom call the last time we played. Y'all ain't remember that you were literally holding the shit out of Gabe Davis, but that's not neither here or there. But it shouldn't have been pass interference, but it should have been illegal contact. But y'all won't want to mention that. It's fine. What are your matchups to watch in this game, Vince? I mean, like, you look at Aaron Donald obviously against the Bills offensive line, but like, what are some other matchups that you see and you say like that's an interesting matchup on paper?
Anybody that has to line up against Cooper Kupp. So, I mean, you gotta account for him at all times. When it comes to their offense, Cooper Kupp is the number one option. They have their run game is solid. So that you also got to account for Cam Akers. But like I said, your main matchup is probably Cooper Kupp versus the secondary, because they're gonna have to account for him anywhere he goes. So Kyer, see some of him. Terrence Johnson, I think we'll pretty much see the majority of him, because I think he'll be lined up in the slot a lot. But yeah, so, and all those guys on the back end for Buffalo are gonna have to stay attentive and stay alert when it comes to Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp we're looking at Cooper Kupp against a 7th round pick in Dane Jackson, or 2 rookies in Christian Benford, Kyer Elam, or one of the better slot corners in the NFL in Taron Johnson. Either way, it's not a great matchup. You would have much rather preferred to have had Tre'Davious here, but I understand that they want to be cautious with him.
Yeah.
I think my matchup to watch is going to be Matt Stafford against the Bills defensive line, because not only is he already dealing with an elbow injury, but the Rams offensive line isn't stellar by any means. They lost Andrew Whitworth in the offseason. There's going to be a lot of opportunities to get pressure on Matt Stafford. And if he can't handle that pressure, and like Matt Milano or Tremaine Edmonds just comes in and scoops a pick off a bad throw, that's going to be huge. Not to mention, you don't have Tre'Davious, but you still have the all-pro safety duo of Poyer and Hyde back there, so it's going to help the young kids out. So I really think this defensive line against Stafford is going to be a major matchup to watch. This could be the year for the first time since I want to say 2015, 2016 with Lorenzo Alexander that the Bills can get a double-digit sack person. And ironically, Buffalo filled that void in with another 33-year-old pass rusher. So I don't know if we just need to get the 33-year-olds to get 10 sacks, but hey, if it works, it works. Now, we talked about two matchups that we know have to show out for the Bills to win. You have to try to slow down Cooper Kupp. You're not going to stop him. He's one of the best receivers in the league, if not the best receiver in the league. You're not going to stop him. You can only hope to slow him down. But you can honestly say that about Josh Allen too, because no team stopped him in the playoffs. I mean, the man was perfect. He was perfect in the preseason. Do you think, with the lack of offensive and defensive snaps that a lot of the players played, that they're going to start off slow, or do you think that they'll just kick it in to full gear, no problem, and have just off to the races?
I mean, as far as the offense goes, I mean, I don't think they're gonna just go out there and just shoot like immediately. So I mean, I think they're gonna they're gonna try to size them up and see what the Rams is giving them, and they'll just take it. They'll take it by that. If what they're looking for is there, then I think Ken Dorsey's definitely gonna take those shots. So I mean, the offense is our offense against the Rams defense is going to be a very interesting one as well. So
I'm very interested to see how the defense plays, because we didn't see a lot of the defensive starters get reps. I know they played against the Broncos, but it's just a lot of them didn't play against the Panthers. Obviously, we don't have to mention it on the show, but there was more serious matters to take care of instead of worrying about the preseason game that day. Yeah, I mean, you mentioned it. Ken Dorsey is also an X factor here because this is his first year of calling plays in the Buffalo offense. We're used to Brian Daboll, and as much as you want to criticize him or love him, Brian Daboll's been here every year of Josh Allen's career. So you would have to acknowledge the impact that Brian Daboll has made on Josh Allen. Now, saying the offense is going to be just fine is yet to be seen. The offense is going to be completely terrible. Again, you have to see. But that's a great problem you face when you're in Buffalo's situation is you've become so good that your coordinators look to be head coaches. So you're going to have to start getting this carousel of coaches, and then the way people are talking, Ken Dorsey could already be getting head coaching job offers next year because of Josh Allen. Because Josh Allen wanted him to be his OC from when Daboll left. He got him, and now everyone's saying the fact that Josh Allen could get Ken Dorsey a head coaching job. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this offense is with Ken Dorsey. Okay, Vince. I know it's been a while since we've done one of these. I'm trying to think what else we have done in these shows. Because I know we do score predictions. We do over-unders. Okay. Who is the player that isn't being talked about enough throughout this whole offseason, but after Thursday night, people are going to start to recognize that he's a pivotal part of this team?
One that is not being talked about.
Yeah. So, obviously,
the name is going to make his name known come Thursday.
Yeah.
Or
at least, more known.
I mean, nah, because I can't. I mean, his name has come up a little bit, but I can't. I normally I would go.
I mean, if you want, you can. You
I
can say
mean,
him and then another player as well.
I mean, yeah. I'm definitely gonna go group because I mean, he's being talked about, but I think we really gonna see what Group is made of come Thursday, especially with Vaughn out there. So him and I probably would say, you know what? I know we've been talking about him recently, and Devin Singletary. Devin Singletary is one man that is not being talked about that much. He's
Mister
getting lost in the shuffle.
Mister Running
But
Back.
come Thursday, they will understand that this is his youth.
Now, are you just saying that because you're a Bills fan and you're really hopeful of Singletary, or do you have an alternative motive behind that, like maybe your fantasy team in mind?
Nah. What I mean, the fantasy team ain't got nothing to do with this. But I mean, hey, since it's being brought up, I mean, Devin, just go out there and do you. You know, they ain't even really thinking about you right now. So really, you are a big question mark in their eyes. So you can definitely change that. But I just really believe that last year he was, he was here there. But I think this year he's probably. I think Ken Dorsey is gonna get the best out of him.
Interesting. And I'm gonna say this, and correct, like you can stop me if I'm wrong and say like this is not like a player no one's talking about, but the offensive line, especially Roger Saffold, I feel like that was a pivotal piece that a lot of people aren't talking about. Our interior offensive line minus Morse has been a rotational blunder, let's just say. I mean, we have some nice pieces in Bates and Bodiger, but like when you're still starting Cody Ford, granted, he's gone. Somehow Brandon Bean got a 5th-round pick for him. Still don't understand that. Thank you, Arizona. And then you're also it's Brian Winters. Yeah, it's just like when you're starting Brian Winters and you're starting Cody Ford, and when Bobby Hart's still on your 53-man roster somehow, I don't understand. Roger Saffold, he's going to be a big piece because Josh Allen's going to be staying vertical for a good amount of time now with Roger Saffold. That's an all-pro guard that you added, and I mean that's also going to play into the Devin Singletary role. I mean, look. Derrick Henry behind him ran for nearly 2,000 yards. If I think he did get 2,000 yards, actually. Yeah, so Derrick Henry had 2,000 yards behind Roger Saffold. I think Devin Singletary can get at least 8, maybe 9. I don't want to say outlandish numbers like 1,000-yard season, but Josh Allen won't have to run as much.
He does have 1,000-yard season. Like how would that make you feel?
If Devin Singletary has 1,000-yard season,
because he has come close.
Has he?
Once. It wasn't. He needed a good couple hundred, but
that's not even close.
He was
not close.
He was there. He was
on
his way.
About like he had like 970 or something. That's not close. He got hit a couple hundred yards. That's not close.
I mean, hey, bro, give him a couple extra weeks. He was got there, or some of the weeks, we could just kept running the ball. But that's not how the offense is built. But I think this year, all that's gonna change.
For everyone here,
1,000-yard Singletary.
I want Vince to make mental note of this. If Devin Motor Singletary gets 1,000 rushing yards this season, I will buy a Devin Singletary jersey, not only for me, but for Vince too. Yeah, Vince. I will buy both of us a Devin Singletary jersey if he gets over 1,000 rushing yards. Okay.
Hey man, a lot right there. So that Devin, you heard that, so.
And you know what the worst part's going to be? I'm going to buy the jerseys and then he's going to sign with another team and it's just going to be a waste of money completely. Because we drafted James Cook and we kept Zach Moss. Why?
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait till they go on the discount bin, like like $50 Singletary. Hey, yeah, thanks. No, but I think Roger Saffold's gonna be that player that everyone's gonna talk about. Oh, Von Miller's the reason why the Bills are like the Super. I think it's Roger Saffold because that offensive line now looks so much better when you have Deion Dawkins, Roger Saffold, Mitch Morse. That's a pretty solid left side of the offensive line. So
Yeah.
Josh Allen should be upright more times than not this year. All right, Vince. I think we got to go into the game time predictions. We got to go in to see who's going to win, by how much, and all that. Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
I went first a lot last year, so me being the very kind person that I am, I think you should go first.
All right. The Buffalo Bills will win on opening night, and they will score 38 points. The Rams will score 24. Buffalo 38, Los Angeles 24. Final prediction. The man poking down something like, okay, let me rephrase that. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Buffalo 38, Rams 24. Did I sum this time too for you?
Wow. That is normally, to be honest with you, I don't even know how to respond to that. It's normally me with outlandish scores here. This is new.
Never forget you predicted.
Normally it was me with the 30 plus, and even though the offense got better, it just makes it even, it doesn't make it as crazy now. So, hey, 38-24, I like it. I mean, sounds like you're putting a lot of belief into the defense there.
It's also not a sense of full on belief of the defense, but not full on belief of Matt Stafford. Because with his elbow injury, I think it's going to limit the Rams offense. So I think it comes more into play of that than the faith of the defense.
Understood. This coming Thursday night, the Bills will walk into LA
to a home crowd.
Which as if those of you that don't know, Josh Allen is from California. Okay, so
he's not from Wyoming.
This is his first game, in the state of California. So I think he's gonna have a good game. I expect at least three passing. I expect at least 3 touchdowns.
I do too.
Yeah, if there's no budget about that. My score, I'm going to say 34-17.
First off, you're not gonna clown me with the sunglasses going down like you The Rock or something and say, what?
Yeah,
and you only predicted 4 less points.
17,
and you predicted 4 less points. You made it sound like I was gonna blow your prediction out the water. Right. What?
But you gave them an extra touchdown. I'm not giving them an extra touchdown. I don't think they get the extra touchdown.
I gave them an extra 4 points.
Yeah, you gave an extra 4 and a touchdown.
I got him scoring 1.
Hey. Anyway, 34-17.
34-17. All right, so we got 34.
They think it's going to be a great, opening night, except for the Rams. I don't think it's going to be a great opening night for them.
All right, Vince. Let's get into our predictions, right? I want because it's the first week. Normally we do over-unders, but we got a lot of time left. I'm gonna give you a stat, and I want you just to spitball the first person who comes to mind when I say this, okay? Who scores the first touchdown for the Bills?
Gabe Davis.
Gabe Davis first touchdown.
Gabe Davis scored the first touchdown.
My fantasy teams love that. Okay, I'm gonna say Dawson Knox scores the first touchdown of the season. Who gets the first sack of the season?
Gregory Rousseau.
Ooh, Rousseau. I'm gonna say Ed.
I would love it to be Vaughn, but I think
I think it's too much of a storybook for Vaughn to get the first sack. I think he's gonna get one in this game, but I think it's gonna be Ed for me.
Okay, good pick.
Who makes the first big impact play? Whether that's a third down reception or a third down stop, pass breakup, or whatever you want to call it. Who makes that first big play?
Kyer Elam.
Kyer, oh Lord.
Kyer Elam.
Kyer, huh?
Yeah.
I'm not.
I was really gonna go. I was really thinking of going left field, and I was gonna say Christian Benford, but that
would have been out of left field. That would have been
that'd been wild. Although I do expect him to make a good amount of plays on Thursday night.
I'm gonna say this. How about this? Because it's unfair for us to be limited to one position, like one player. So you're saying like Kyer or Benford, I'll give you both of them on defense. Who would be your offensive player?
Offense?
Because it would be unfair for us to lose the prediction based on someone just not even getting on the field.
Offense, I'm gonna say a little dirty.
Really? You gonna take a little dirty?
The dirty.
See, now the entertainer.
I could have said Khalil Shakir, but I don't know how much playing time he's gonna get.
See, the funny thing is, my defensive pick is going to be Edmonds. I think Edmonds steps up. I think he makes a big play.
I was also thinking Edmonds. I do think Edmonds is going to make a swag play as well.
Well, the funny thing is you said Little Dirty, and that's exactly who I was thinking. I wasn't going to say Gabe or Diggs. I was thinking Little Dirty. I was thinking McKenzie.
Could have said James Cook, but
I don't know how much James Cook going to play if he's behind Zach Moss.
Yeah, who knows?
You know what? Screw it. Motor, prove me right, buddy. Prove Vince right and prove me right. You gonna make the first big play. 3rd and 7, Josh gonna dump it off to you. You gonna make one man miss. Woo! Say, screw you. Fuck you, bitch. I'm gonna break your ankles too. I'm gonna run your ass over. Bobby Wagner, I'm running your ass over, especially.
Nah, he hits a hole. He's running the ball. No, he doesn't. It's not gonna be a dump off. It's gonna be a run play where he breaks one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could see it. All right. What happens first? The Bills force a turnover, or the Rams force a punt? Bills don't punt, never.
I don't think they're going to be doing much punting this year. Because as aggressive as Sean McDermott is, and I think Ken Dorsey's going to want to be aggressive as well. I'm probably going to say that the Bills getting a turnover. But then again, actually, you know what? No, I take that back. They might force a punt early. It's going to have to be early though, depending on how they come out in the first drive.
I'm gonna get wild. I'm gonna get wild. I'm also gonna kind of go with what I just said. I think Buffalo gets a turnover first, and I think they get it within the first 3 plays. And I think Tremaine Edmonds gets that interception. I think Vaughn's going to come off the edge, and the ball's just going to get tipped up, and Edmonds is just going to catch and get tackled at like the 25. I genuinely think the Bills get a turnover first. I think it's gonna be Tremaine. And then Brandon Bean gonna have to load up the Brinks truck for him and Poyer, and you know what? When we win the Super Bowl, you know what? Super Bowl discounts for everybody. Y'all all get paid. Okay. Who hits a longer field goal? Tyler Bass or is Matt Gay the kicker for the Rams?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably Bass.
Probably. All right. Who has more passing yards at the end of the day, Matt Stafford or Josh Allen?
I ain't gonna lie. I definitely believe in the defense. I do think at the end of the day, because you know what, Josh did torch that same defense. Last time they played. So I'm gonna say Josh, but there is the possibility that it could be Matt, depending on how the defense comes out and play.
Matthew Stafford has a bum elbow, and you had to think about it that long.
Hey, look, man. Look, Stafford could pull some wizardry. I don't know, man.
He got no arm.
He might know. He might know witchcraft.
Might know witchcraft.
He might know how to cook you.
All right, Vince. I think it's time we get into our over or under sideways, and we can also give a few players to look out for, because we can't say like stock up, stock down, stock sideways, because like we haven't played. There's no stocks. Everyone's at even. Okay. Josh Allen has 3 passing touchdowns. Buy, sell, or hold?
That's an easy buy.
Easy buy.
Yeah.
So if your bookie came up to you and say, hey, man, Josh Allen, if you put $50 on this Josh Allen bet of 3 touchdowns, it pays out like $250. You taking it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to buy it as well. I think Josh Allen can get to his 3 touchdowns. Start his MVP campaign off hot. This one's interesting. Over or under 80 rushing yards for Devin Singletary?
I'm going to say over.
Ooh. Do you want to give a prediction of how much he gets? Do not say he gets 81, because I will end this whole broadcast if you say he gets 81.
Well, I mean, for the first episode, it is, coming to an end here shortly. But hey, it ain't gonna be just 81. I'm gonna go 105.
What? See, I was gonna say 100, but I didn't want it to be like too easy. Like, it's gonna be lower. You actually, you would have taken over.
105.
I'm gonna say under, but I'm not gonna say by much. I think he gets like 70, maybe 73. I don't know.
To be honest with you, I really think King Dorsey is going to give him a lot of opportunities. Like,
I can see it.
We're used to seeing him only get like 12, 13 touches a game. I think he's going to be at 20.
I could see it. I could absolutely,
especially with the addition of Roger Saffold. Like,
oh yeah. Are you over or under? Buffalo gets 2 sacks this game.
Over.
So you think they get more than 2?
Yeah.
Do you want to clarify on who gets that? Well, you already said Rousseau gets the first sack.
Greg getting 2 off rip. So there's 2 right there.
Oh my Lord.
Greg getting 2 off rip, man.
I understand that you the president, you the founder of the Greg Rousseau fan club, Mr. 5-0. You got your own jersey of Greg Rousseau, but 2 off rip?
Yeah, 2 off rip. Like, we've already discussed this. The Rams O-line isn't as, isn't really that great, So
I'm gonna buy 2, and I'm gonna say, I hate to pop your bubble. I don't think Rousseau gets 1. I think Egg gets 1. I think Vaughn gets one. And I'm going to say Seren Neal. I'm going to say they get like a sub package with Seren Neal and they just blitz him off the edge and Stafford doesn't see him coming. I can see Seren Neal getting a sack in this game. Bet you didn't expect that answer, huh?
No, I did not.
Okay. Over or under? 3 punts by the Bills.
Under.
See, it's like it's so outlandish to say like, oh, they're not gonna punt more than 3 times. Like they could only punt 2 times. I'm gonna say over, but I think they get like only 3 or 4, so it would hit on the over. It all depends. Like the first drive, they come out hot and just like guns a blazing. It could get ugly quick. It could get ugly quick.
Yeah.
Okay. This one's interesting. I'm assuming Devin Singletary is our kick returner. Because I know Khalil Shakur is the punt returner. So, does Little Dirty get a kick return to at least the 35-yard line?
To at least the 35?
To at least the 35.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to predict like where he goes? Do you want to say he takes it to the crib? Do you want to what do you want to predict?
Nah, I don't think I do think he'll eventually get one to the crib this season. I don't think it's gonna be here. That would be very surprising. But I think he might mess around and take one to at least midfield.
Midfield. Could you imagine Buffalo starts with the ball and Lil Dirty takes it all the way to like?
Now, granted, now I don't know if many people remember last season, but last season in the opener, he did almost take one back against the Steelers.
I remember. I was there. I remember.
He did almost take one back against it. He actually, that's how they started the game. That was the funny part.
And don't forget that the Bills did technically win the game against the Titans, but they called holding then and not on the Derrick Henry 60-yard touchdown. Because McKenzie did return a kick return all the way to the house. But they called holding, so didn't happen. Fuck you, refs. So yeah. Let's see. Anything else? All right, Vince. Bold prediction. You got one bold prediction to make for the show. What's it going to be?
One bold prediction.
One bold prediction.
Devin will have 150 plus from scrimmage with 2 TDs.
I said bold, not ridiculously insane. Did you say 150 total scrimmage yards?
Yep.
And 2 touchdowns?
Yep. Right here first.
Wow. Don't want to pull out the rock meme, but crack? But 150 total yards for Devin Singletary and 2 tutties. Wow. My bold prediction is Kyer Elam gets his first career interception.
See, I would have went that route, but that was too easy.
Okay, fine, Mister. My prediction is too basic. Sorry, mine's not.
I didn't want it to be that simple. I mean, I really think, like I said, there's going to be plays made by both Benford and Kyer, and I think Kyer, but I do think Kyer has the opportunity to get an interception.
I think he's going to get tested.
It would be very clean if it's on Cooper Kupp. So.
How about that for welcome to the NFL moment? The rookie picks off Matt Stafford guarding Cooper Kupp. That's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Before we wrap up, Vince, do you have anything you want to say to the Bills fans and the fans of GMR before like Thursday night football?
We are back for another, awesome season. Uh, it's good to be back. You know that the vacation was well needed. We put in a lot of work, and I hope we take this to bigger and better things this year. So have fun, enjoy Thursday night. I think there'll be many more to come with these season openers. So it's a fun time. So enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I want to say, like, obviously be safe if you're in Los Angeles. If you're going to Buffalo at anytime soon, uh, enjoy it. Get some wings. But I want to remember something. Oh, yeah. There might be a good opportunity that the GMR crew meets up in person this year. Just throwing that out there. There's two potential opportunities for the GMR people to meet up. We're going to potentially meet up for the Packers game, and me and Vince are going to a game by with each other. We're going to the Bills Jets game. So we gonna be running that town of Buffalo. I'm just saying, the GMR crew gonna be in Buffalo together. It's gonna be a dangerous sight, man. It's gonna
Yes,
be a
sir.
dangerous sight. But I think that's enough for the show. Unless Vince, you want to say anything else?
Hey, look, man. Go Bills on Thursday night. That's it. Hey, if you ain't doing nothing else, you stay glued to your television. You pay attention to the Bills. Simple as that.
I feel like that's the only fitting way to end the show is just a good old fashioned go Bills.